making fun of me.
Well,
Yeah.
what happened? What happened just now?
Apple had their big ass keynote for new stuff, and one of them was not the console changing messiah that everybody thought it was.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
So everybody thought that Apple was gonna come out with like their Apple TV, and it was gonna be like the Fire, like the Kindle Fire.
Yeah, the Amazon Fire TV.
The Amazon Fire TV.
Yeah.
That had a controller support.
Yeah, it, basically.
Or Amazon had their own controller.
Yes.
Yes. They thought it was going to be something like that.
Basically, they thought it was going to be this revolutionary device that's going to change the way not only do you watch TV, but change the way you play video games as well. It's going to be this all-in-one media device. The killer app is going to change the way we play games. Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo are done now that Apple's entered the market, and none of that happened.
I think it makes sense why people would think that.
Yeah, because it's Apple. They put out quality stuff, and they have been known to shake things up a little bit.
And their biggest competitor with the Apple TV is game consoles.
Right.
Because everybody uses game consoles for Netflix and
Yeah.
Hulu if you have the game console. So
Yeah.
why not use it? Why even bother getting an Apple TV or a Kindle Fire? And it would make sense to introduce gaming to that, and
Yeah.
they did. They have some. They showed some games.
They showed Crossy Road, which now has multiplayer. Harmonix, people behind Rock Band have a new game for it.
I saw Asphalt, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asphalt. You use the remote as like I guess it has an accelerometer in it, which is interesting. Not something that anybody would ever like sit down to play though.
Yeah.
It's not something I would like be like, oh, let me get home so I could sit down and play the Crossy Roads on the TV. All of these Apple games and like iOS games, they seem to be just time wasters.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people think that mobile games are taking over the gaming market.
Yeah.
They're taking over for consoles. People think in a few years there won't be consoles, it'll just be mobile games.
People thought that when the PS4 and the Xbox One launched, that consoles are dead, everyone's switching to phone. The PS4 and the Xbox One are selling better than any system in history. They are outpacing their predecessors at an alarming rate. So console gaming is very much alive and well. The thing is, because the Apple TV, when you get right down to it, its gaming, aspect of it is not that different from an Ouya or what Amazon Fire TV was doing, or any of the other like micro consoles that exist.
No controller.
I'll get to that. They're basically just porting mobile phone games from your phone to your TV, and that's two completely different, audiences, two completely different ways of playing. There are, some console games that do wind up making it to mobile, like, Sonic the Hedgehog games are on mobile. Knights of the Old Republic is on mobile. But, for the most part, it's Angry Birds, it's Cut the Rope, it's Crossy Road. So, they're not really, made for TV.
There are some hardcore mobile games.
Yeah.
Like something like Clash of Clans comes to mind. That's a game
Clash of Clans.
People will go home, sit down just to play Clash of Clans. But for the most part, most of them are just time wasters.
Most of them are designed like puzzle games. Most of them are designed with touchscreen in mind.
And most of them are designed to be piecemeal, to play for a few minutes at a time, or maybe like a minute at a time when you're waiting online or in the bathroom. Not enough talk about playing games in the bathroom. There should be games designed specifically for bathroom use.
I'm sure they are. They just don't talk about it for some reason. So you mentioned it. The Apple TV does not come with it comes with a remote, and the remote has a touchpad on it, and it's got a motion sensor in it, so you can do like motion game stuff. But it does not come with a dedicated controller. It does utilize third-party controllers, much like the phone does.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Here's the thing.
An Apple controller would be weird.
Yeah. It'd be like that mouse that was like a hockey puck and really uncomfortable to hold.
Yeah.
I feel like the fact that they're not straight up bundling it with the controller, like the games aspect of Apple TV is not going to succeed because of that.
Right.
You're basically saying, games are here if you want, but really check out all the movies.
I'm a huge supporter of mobile games.
Yeah.
I think mobile games are great. And I do have a radical opinion that years from now, mobile games won't take over consoles, but consoles will be more portable.
Yeah.
I think that whole theory that I have with the NX, that a lot of people have, where the NX is going to be a hybrid mobile and home console. I think that all consoles are going to turn into that. Like 10 years from now, like a long time from now.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you can't go home, sit down, and play dedicated games on your TV, because a lot of people want to do that.
Yeah.
So, what were we talking about?
The controller that was not bundled with Apple TV.
Right. So yeah, well, the same thing with iPhones.
Well, I mean, when you get a phone, you get it to be the phone. You don't get it to be a gaming console. The games are a nice option. You don't want to have to go out and buy another peripheral to stick in your pocket, just to play a game every now and then.
I would love a phone that just has a nub for like a C stick. And just 2 buttons.
Yeah.
Just 2 actual buttons. That's it.
Okay, but they made a phone like that. It was the Sony Xperia Play, and nobody bought it.
Yeah. They Snail Games has a phone.
Yeah.
But it's got way too many buttons.
Yeah.
It's got way too many buttons, and it's way too big.
That's the thing. Also, too, that games require more than 2 buttons now, so.
I just want emulators.
Yeah.
Or Sonic 4 is awesome.
Yeah.
Give me a little nub.
Another thing that not a lot of people are talking about, which I think they should. So this Apple TV comes in 2 sizes, 32 and 64 gig hard drive, basically.
Okay.
Apps are maxed out at 200 megabytes.
That's a lot.
Because I had it on my phone just now.
Is that not a lot?
No, because like if you want to play a game, like Knights of the Old Republic is 2.3 gigs.
Whoa, you said apps are maxed out at 200 megabytes.
Yeah, it means they can't exceed that.
Apps can't exceed that.
Yeah.
Oh, on the Apple TV.
On the Apple TV.
Oh, I thought you meant on iTunes. Period.
No, on iTunes, I think it's the max is 4 gigs.
Okay.
But on Apple TV, apps cannot exceed 200 megabytes.
Whatever. You gotta delete some stuff.
Well, no, because like for example, right here, Hearthstone is 868 megabytes. Fallout Shelter is 205. Those are 2 popular mobile games right there. Cut off from Apple TV.
So basically, you're not gaming on this thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's so weird.
Just very, very sparse gaming on this thing. Just to show off to your friends when you first get it.
Yeah,
Look what the remote can do. But can you? I've never had an Apple TV. Can you download movies and keep them on the Apple TV?
I don't know if you can download and keep them,
or do they stream?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's got a hard drive, so it must be able to keep some things.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah. But, I mean...
Not keeping many movies on there.
Yeah, you're not keeping many movies on there. You're probably not keeping many apps on there either. I mean, we could probably keep many apps if they're only going to be like 200, but, that severely limits games.
No, you're right.
That's, that's a huge problem. Unless, like... I mean, I'm sure it's possible they can up that limit. Xbox Live, it used to be 15 megs, maximum for a game. And then after like 3 years, they're like, that's stupid, let's up it.
I like to see some of these third-party controllers.
Yeah, I mean,
they're going to be like Mogas.
Yeah, I know most of the third-party controllers for iPhones are shells, so they're designed specifically to wrap around.
I have that one for my phone, that Moga, but it closes so you can use it as just a regular.
Yeah.
You don't need to have the phone on it.
Yeah.
And I've used it for my Microsoft Surface Pro. Did you think this was an iPad Pro? No, because this came out 2 years ago. I bought it actually almost 2 years ago. Just saying.
We're all happy for you.
Do you remember the last Skylanders game? Probably not. Who cares about Skylanders? They had it for all consoles.
Yeah.
Wii U, Xbox One, Xbox 360, maybe even. I don't know.
No, Skylanders is on everything.
But they also had it for iPad.
Yeah.
And they had a portal for the iPad.
And it came with its own controller.
And the portal was also a dock for the iPad.
Yes.
So it stands the iPad up on there. You take your little Skylander or Amiibo, and you stick it on the portal that is also used as an iPad stand, and you can play with the controller that comes with it. And it's the exact same experience, probably down-resed, as playing it on the consoles.
Which...
So you would probably be able to play something like Skylanders on the Apple TV if these controllers are good.
Well, apparently Disney Infinity 3 is coming to Apple TV.
I think that's great.
Which I want to know how that's going to happen, because that's got to be a game that's well over a gig.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so I'm curious to see how that
It'll probably be like
out.
the Skylanders experience. I think this is great because some kids, they don't have consoles.
Yeah. I mean, no.
Like, think about some of your friends.
Yeah.
Some of your friends has a kid. Like, some of your friends that don't play games, if they have a kid,
Yeah.
are they going to buy that kid game consoles? They'll probably buy him an iPad first or something
Yeah.
to play with, and then he'll be playing on that. That way he can play Skylanders on there and get into games.
Well,
then from there, when he gets a little older, he might want
okay.
something
Well,
like a
all right. Well,
PlayStation.
getting a kid an iPad to play as a portable gaming system is a whole nother argument that I will happily yell and scream about.
Give him a Nerf case.
But I mean, I just don't feel like they're doing enough to show that they're taking it seriously. I mean,
They're not taking it seriously.
they showed off a few games. They said, they basically said, games are a feature, but they're not, really doing enough to show that this is a big deal. I mean, Apple has a history of not really being gamer friendly.
Right.
I mean, gaming on a Mac, it's gotten a lot better, but gaming on a Mac is not exactly, the place to be. There's a lot more games now than there used to be, but it's not, the best place to go. Really, phones is where it took off, but even then, it's pretty much just up to the developers. Apple's very hands-off on that.
That's really only because it's what you have.
Yeah.
You have your phone on you all the time, so that's what you're going to game on. Even before we had games on our phones, we used to pull out our phones and just look through our address book and stuff, just to like do something.
Yeah.
So now instead of doing that, we
play
open our
Tetris,
phone, play Tetris, go on the internet and stuff. So
yeah.
I think I don't know if Apple would do well in the gamer space, in the home console market. I don't think that's a place that they even want to go to.
No.
I don't think it's a place they should go to.
No, definitely not. I mean, this is going it through the Apple TV is definitely the best way to do it. I just feel like, maybe there could have been more. Maybe there could have been a way to do like Xbox streaming from Windows 10 from Xbox One to Windows 10.
Right.
Maybe they could have done something like that. You stream from your Mac to your Apple TV, because you can play Tomb Raider
as long
on a
as
Mac.
it's easy.
Yeah,
as it's easy,
and Apple, Apple's all about making it easy. AirPlay is the easiest thing in the world to do.
Apple is the gateway drug to gaming.
Yeah.
I think now these days. So that's what the Apple TV is. It's just more of that.
Yeah.
It's just more of gaming from your phone just on the TV.
Yeah.
So.
But as far as it
more
being,
of the watered down experience.
As far as it, changing the face of gaming, absolutely not.
Definitely not.
No. At best, this will be a nice feature. At worst, this could be abandoned like Amazon Fire TV's gaming was. Right. People forget that Roku had Angry Birds on it.
Sure.
And nobody remembers that.
That's very true.
Or, worst case scenario, the Ouya or that Razer TV.
Who bought the
console.
Ouya?
I think, was it Razer?
Razer bought the Ouya.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you guys think?
About Apple TV or any of the other announcements Apple.
Do you know it today as well?
Today, when we're filming it, or
we're filming it.
We're filming it on the 9th.
You didn't even remember. It's our 2-year anniversary. We've been doing this shit for 2 years.
2 damn
years ago, you uploaded a video about comic books.
I did.
And that Friday, we did one of these.
Yes.
And that Monday, I did a games video.
Yeah. So
and we've been doing that for 2 freaking years straight
two
without
years,
stopping.
2 years, 5,000 subscribers later. Thank you all.
Oh yeah, we also hit 5,000 subscribers today.
So much. It's just been a pleasure, and hopefully we can do this. We just keep doing it until we drop dead of a heart attack
I hope so.
30.
About the Apple TV stuff, if you think they're gaming, they're going in a good direction with gaming. If you
there
just don't give a
actually is
shit,
a future for this, let us know down below anywhere on the internet.
Yes. All our social media garbage. We stream every single Tuesday and Thursday at 9 o'clock, and we have new videos every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yes.
Thank you guys very much.
Have a good week. Now, it must be said that Perlmutter is a successful businessman. He was instrumental in helping Marvel get out of bankruptcy and was a big part of the Marvel Studios boom that kicked off in 2008 with Iron Man. But that's not to say that this man isn't just a little bit crazy.
DVR. YouTube Gaming gives you the ability to rewind a stream, which seems like a little bit of a no-brainer. Twitch doesn't seem to have this ability for some reason. Also, once you're done streaming on YouTube, the stream is already archived on YouTube.